Hi Berkies, and welcome back to Science with Mrs. Robbins. Hope you had good fun with last week's science experiment. Let's get into this week's. First of all, say hi to my trusty sidekicks. Louie's had enough already. Alright, today we're going to do something called water power. You'll need a selection of little goodies. Hopefully you've been able to find everything that you need. I would suggest though that you don't use those squashy bottles because they might just be a little bit too hard to work with. Alright, so first of all, get rid of your cover. You don't want that there because you want to be able to see what's happening inside it. Then you need to get your texter, and a little bit of a maths task for you. You need to be able to put 6 holes around the bottom and 3 holes around that top rim there. I'll let you decide how you're going to do that. Now, the next thing that you need to do, oh, sorry, Louie. What I've done with my lid, there it is there. Next thing you need to do is you need to cut the top off it. Now, this is a really easy way to do this. Use your thumbtack to press just where that ridge is and push it in. Give it a wiggle around. Now, your pencil works really well with this. Push your pencil into that hole and then push your scissors into the hole and then cut around the outside. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Get rid of that. You can have that, Fergus. Don't need that anymore. So that's what that looks like now. Now, I've been a little bit busy and I've created this already. You then need to create your 3 holes the same way as you did when you went to cut your top off. And with your string, make 3 pieces of string, remembering that you need 1 long bit of string to then tie and hold it up. Once you've got your 3 pieces of string, really important that those strings are all the size, same length, tie them in a knot and make sure they're all the same length, otherwise your experiment won't work quite as well. Then down the bottom, you're creating your 6 holes, you're getting your straws and you're sticking it through your holes. Now, if it happens that your hole is a little bit too big, then that's where your sticky tape comes into it. And you can just sticky tape around that straw, and that will stop a little bit of the water not coming out where it's supposed to, okay? So in the end, you've got 3 bits of string, you've got 6 bits of straw, and guess what? Here's a couple I prepared earlier. All right, now as you can see, I've created 2 different sizes. So a little bit of extension for you. Which one's going to work best? You might like to have a practice with both sides. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my water into them. I'm going to move it around here. Now you could use a watering can, but the most important thing you need to do is you need to keep the flow of water up fairly consistently. So I've got my trusty little hose ready to go. I'm going to fill up the smaller one. So you need to try and stop it from moving. Your prediction is which way or what will it do? Will it spin? Will it not spin? If it spins, which way is it going to spin? And you need, for it to work best, it needs to be full. So you'll have to have somebody over at the tap of your hose. I'm waiting for that to fill up, fill up, fill up. And as it fills up, it will start to spin. But of course our hose Jay's going to have to be a double person agent here and turn the hose up a little bit. Alright, so as that hose gets turned up, it will start to spin. There we go, it's spinning. So you can see there's a fair bit of force and water that needs to be behind that. And in fact, what you are creating is what we call a turbine. Now, this one's not going to work with this hose because I haven't got my hose turned up high enough. Will it spin the same way? An interesting little science experiment for you to do with two different size bottles. It's starting to spin. Is it the same way as the small one? Can you adjust your straws to make it spin the other way? See that beautiful little pattern that it's making. Lots of different KLAs we're including in today's lesson. Alright, that's about it. Have a little experiment. Make sure you do the little extension activities that I've asked you to do. And this is, of course, one way that we can produce electricity. Big question for you. Is this a good way to produce electricity out in Broken Hill? Why or why not? Now, we've got some very patient doggies over here. All right, come here, doggies. Come here. Wait. Yep. All right, ready? Louie? Good boy. Fergus? Good boy. Alfie, come here. Alfie, come here. Sit. Good boy. All right, guys. See you later. Have fun.